Hi, you have tuned into the Raging Aggron channel, and I'm your host, Djingis. So this will be the second team draft recap from the Ula division in Sun Conference, and the team we're going to go through in this video will be the FC Barcealola, and this team is very bulky and very scary. It's very well rounded in my opinion as well. It has a great Steel Dragon Fairy core. It has a pretty good fighting Pokemon to choose from. Good bulk, as I said. So I mean, this will be really interesting tips to go through with you. And if we start off with Celesteela, this Pokemon is extremely bulky, extremely bulky. And Steel Flying is it's one of the best defensive typings in the game in my opinion, because it has a lot of resistances, and Fighting, which is one of the hardest hitting attacking moves, or one of the hardest hitting types in the whole game. It's only neutral in the swing, and with max defense nothing kills it from the physical side with the fighting type moves. And the same goes for EQ. You can't touch it because of the flying type. You will pretty much have to be running Gravity or something like that to stop Celesteela from really putting work. That just to have access to sub-leech speed is extremely good. And pair that with Heavy Slam, this Pokemon will be so scary that you don't want to face it at all. Celesteela is also, I mean, it's just known to be a bulky, annoying Pokemon to face, and I feel like it would really show here. And yeah, I feel like that's the best thing to say about Celesteela. I don't really have anything else except for looking out for that speed boost on defense or special defense, because it will be extremely annoying to deal with. Next up we have Megalopony. Megalopony is a Pokemon that I'm very familiar with. It's an extremely good Pokemon with Scrappy, allowing it to hit stab, returns, high jump kicks, and fake outs onto ghost types. And that is something that you really want to have on a normal fighting type Pokemon. It's not very bulky though, but it's fast and it hits hard. It will destroy lives. I mean, it's one of the best offensive megas in the game. I'm really mad that I didn't pick it up. I mean, when I look back to it, behind hindsight, it's 2020 as I used to say. So Megalopony is that you will see it run a fake out, high jump kick, return, sub most of the time. I feel like you might see fake out last resort 1 week or two. It might have some utility moves that it can use, but it doesn't really need to, because that stab, return and stab, high jump kick will do tremendous amount of damage to everything. And since it's also Scrappy, it will hit everything for at least neutral damage with those two typings, and that's extremely good. And next up we have his Crystal User. It's a Crystal User Latios. Latios is a Dragon Psychic type, Levitate, and does the exact same thing as Latias, but the only exception that special attack and defense are flipped. So this thing hits even harder. And as I said, Soldew is allowed. The same goes for Life Orb. You can Scarf this, you can Specs it, Life Orb, you have Draco Meteor, you can run it defensive as well. I mean, this is just so good Pokemon to have on a team, and it's really hard to deal with, especially if you don't have a Fairy type. And Latios is also one of those Pokemon that you don't really want to face, because it can sweep a team on its own, and to have Latios and Lopunny on the same team, that's just extremely scary. And then we have, talking about good Fairy types, here we have Togekiss. Fairy Flying, it's not going to run Hustle but Serene Grace rather than anything else, and you'll get those 60% air slashes off, and most of the time you will flinch your opponent. And you can run Scarfed Togekiss, and that thing will be so scary and so hard to deal with. Specs Togekiss is another Pokemon another set that's really hard to deal with. Most of the time you will see this be running as a physical defense or especially defensive wall, and it pairs extremely well with Celesteela, and Latios, so this would be extremely good to see how he uses this. And Djingis is also this. I mean, this gives him a defogger, one of the best defoggers in the game in my opinion, and it gives him a fire type, and it gives him a really good flying type as well, with a great ability. So that's extreme. That's just steal in my opinion. Then we have Embor. This is an extreme wall breaker in my opinion. It's not very fast, but it's extremely bulky, so you can take an earthquake without any big problem. And it hits hard as well. And most of the time you will not see Blaze, but you will see Reckless. So you have even more damage, and then you can see Banded or Life Orb, and you'll just wreck your opponent's team. To have this many wall breaker on the same team with Lopunny, Latios, Djingis and Embor, yeah, Djingis can be a wall breaker, and Embor, then you know that you're in for trouble. And to pair that up with a defensive wall like Alomomola with Regenerator, that's bad. That's really, really bad. And the only thing you can see here is that it's starting to get an electric weakness in Celesteela, Djingis and Alomomola. But at the same time it doesn't really care, because Celesteela can hit up Thunderbolts pretty well. Latios doesn't give a crap about Thunderbolts. And you can run a special defensive Ember to hit Thunderbolts as well. And Alomomola, I don't really need to, we all know what Alomola does. Just sits there and is fat. And just fat. And fat. So for the others, here we have Sneasel. It was a Pokemon that I had on my radar as well, but I managed to pick up Weavile, as you've seen this bit. It doesn't have the best abilities at all, but if you choice band this thing or choice scarf it, it hits like a truck. With base 95 attack and 115 speed, it's really fast and it hits really hard. Choice band will be extremely good. Life Orb is really good. You have priority. You have exactly the same movesets as Weavile does, just that it's not the same attack stat. So Sneasel is a really, really good Pokemon to have on a team, I feel like. Even if it's Dark Eyes, pretty fighting. You see fighting type use against it all the time. But you can deal with fighting types pretty well with Stab Eyes and other. What's it called? Sorry for that. I'm gonna cut that out. Jesus, that one attacked me pretty well. So Sneasel is a huge threat in my opinion. And then we have Floatzel. It's a swift swimmer with a great attack stat and okay special attack stat. And I'm pretty sure that it gets... no, I'm okay. I said I don't look through the teams as I should before, so... But I thought it got something like a Thunder Punch or something like that, but it doesn't. It would be dope if it did though. But it's still a really, really good Pokemon. You can really make use of it. And I don't really have to say anything else. It's a Pokemon that's very underrated in my opinion. It's a good Pokemon, but underrated. And to make up for that electric weakness, we have Thunder Therian here, and this thing hits extremely hard. It's really fast, you can Volt, it does Volt Absorb, so Mega Magnetic doesn't do anything to it, because it's the same division of course. So that's extremely good to see. Volt Switch is really good. You will also see a pretty good utility set on this thing. I'm pretty sure it gets Heat Wave. No, it doesn't. It gets Heat and Power Fire. But you can see when Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Discharge, Dark Pulse, Psychic, Sludge Bomb, Slash Wave also one I thought of, not Heat Wave. And then you have Thunderbolt, Thunder, Toxic. I mean, this is a really good Pokemon to have on your team. It hits hard as well, both from the physical and special side. But it's not as hard from the physical side, but it's still a pretty huge threat. It's kind of fast as well. But it gets outspeed by the likes of Scarfed Garchomp. And it gets outspeed by Garchomp and such things that will place Model 2 faster, of course. But this is a huge threat. It's really, really good. It will be extremely fun to see how he uses it. And then we have Roserade, Grass Poison. A good bulk Pokemon, but it lacks some form of some form of good recovery, because I don't think because I think that not energy ball, Giga Drain is its only form of recovery. Okay, it does get synthesis. I mean, this is a good Pokemon overall. It has seed as well. So this is more like a defensive pivot. It can do a lot of things that this thing didn't have before, and it's thanks to its natural core and poison type and grass type, it's immune to all form of status. That's extremely good to have on this team. So before, I think it was one Pokemon before that had hydration on the team. I can't remember which one. But this is a really good Pokemon to have on this team. I feel like it's a real steal actually in the free picks to pick it up. It has proven itself time and time again in the Draft League format, so that would be really fun to see. Then we have Muck. This is regular Muck, so it's a bit slower I think, and it doesn't have the same defenses, but it has the same attacks that I feel like, and this thing hits like a truck. No matter what. It's a really good Pokemon to have, and so forth. One moment everyone. So, sorry for that, it was just a phone call that I had to take. As I said, Muck is a very good offensive Pokemon. It has a good defense as well, and it will work pretty well on this team because a lot of teams won't bring a ground type or anyone who knows EQ to this team, because the only thing that gets affected by it is really flying. So yeah, I feel it works really well on this team. And Claydol is the last one. It's a rapid spinner with levitate. I feel like it also gets it just gets levitate. Okay, I'm swinging on something against them. But yeah, Claydol is a rapid spinner. It can set up stealth rocks. I think it has, I'm just going to double check this because I was wrong on the, it gets rapid spin, it gets stealth rocks, and it gets spikes. No, it does not get spikes, okay. Yeah, because I was wrong on the, what's called, the Steelix. That said, I'm doing this without notes, so I was wrong about Steelix getting rapid spin, but Claydol does get rapid spin as you saw. It's a good defensive Pokemon. Has a lot of viability I feel like, and it was actually the kill leader in the GBA Season 7 Week 1 I think it was, or maybe Week 2 even, with the Ice Beam. So yeah, this is a really good Pokemon to have. I mean, it's not the Pokemon that you'll see every week, that will do something good every week, but when it comes it will be pretty good. Yeah, that was all. It's a very short end here. Yeah, that was all I feel like for this team. If you just look at it, is it the only thing that really gets affected by... Yeah, okay, I forgot about Ember. Ember is the only reason that we would like to bring ground type or Earthquake and then Muck. This is a good team, although really scary. Both these teams are extremely scary. Both the Clemson Tarkats and the FC Barcealola teams are... It's Barcealola, okay, it's not Barcelona, Barcealola, it's the autocorrect. It's a really good team, and I think it will hurt pretty bad to face that team. I'm not looking forward to that, because this is my division, guys, and to face both the Clemson Tarkats and FC Barcealola will be really hard to do. So yeah, my name is Djingis, and I will see you next time.